I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. It says, how many years apart was it from Jesus' ascension to the Roman persecution of, quote, the way? The book of Acts seems to make it almost immediately. Well, the reference to the way is actually the first designation or title of the early Christian community. In Acts chapter 9, the Apostle Paul, whom at the time was Saul of Tarsus, he began to persecute what we know as people of, quote, the way. That's how he referred to us. We were not called Christians till Acts chapter 11. So we have bona fide, systematized, organized persecution of the way in Acts 9. Jesus Christ ascends in Acts chapter 1. And so the real question is, how much time has transpired? Well, we know that Acts chapter 2 takes place just a few days after Acts chapter 1. Acts chapter 3 just a few days after Acts chapter 2. Then you see kind of these sprinkling of persecutions. We have Gamaliel taking place, Ananias and Sapphira. We have the calling of the first deacons in chapter 6, the stoning of Stephen. And so if we were to take an analysis of chronology, it didn't take a whole lot of time. I'm going to say, give or take, I'm going to go conservative. I'm going to give it as much time. No more than 3 years. Probably more like 18 months to 24 months. It was a very short time period before what we know as institutionalized, organized persecution of the way started. Now, let me back it up. The first persecution of believers actually happened in chapters 3 and 4 of Acts, days after Jesus Christ rose from the grave. Those were individuals. Systematized came a little bit later, and by the time you get to Acts chapter 12, you actually have the words of the leader of Rome calling for the head of one of the apostles. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.